What is going on, my friends? It is Dylan, and I am back with another review for you today. I will be breaking down what I thought of magnesium L-Threonate from Sports Research today. And as always, if you found anything in this video helpful, if you found it mildly entertaining, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. It massively helps us get these products and supply quality reviews with no bias to the people. And if there is a product out there you want me to try, let me know down below. I will buy it. Rules are, as long as it does not appear to be detrimental to my health, I will buy it. I will try it. I got to try it for up to a week, possibly a month, depending on the product, and then you will get your review. But now into magnesium L-Threonate from Sports Research. Now, first thing you're going to notice is the brand. When you think of magnesium L-Threonate, you probably think of Momentous. I mean, when I think of supplements across the board, I think about Momentous because they're world-renowned for their purity and quality. And every single influencer you see that's promoting magnesium L-Threonate is promoting it, well, because they're sponsored by Momentous. I love Momentous. Their products are great. One thing I don't like about Momentous, their prices. For the most part, their prices are ridiculous. You didn't have to cut me off. And in a world where your list of daily supplements is higher than the amount of dollars in your bank account, price matters drastically. It like genuinely, it is insane how expensive supplements are. But one thing that needs to be addressed is that for not all supplements, but for some, brands will source their supplement from other companies. So for example, you see how on this bottle it says Magtine, however you want to say it. Well, Momentous product also has Magtine in it, and it's sourced from the same person. So when some of these products are made, there is a certain company that produced a certain variation of the product and patented it. So you can see this in another example would be Cognizant. Some of these big brands will carry a product that other companies start to source from and put it in because they're patented to have that specific thing, and it becomes somewhat of a just industry standard. And that is the case for magnesium L-Threonate with Magtine. You look across the board, all of the reputable products that have magnesium L-Threonate will be containing Magtine. So it doesn't matter for this specific one where you get it in terms of quality or purity. If it's coming with the stamp of Magtine, then it's going to be the same across the board. So this is the exact same dosage as it is with Momentous. It's the same product. Maybe the capsule is different, but besides that, just different container, but different price. So if you go on Momentous, you will see that it's $50 for a one-time purchase of a bottle of magnesium L-Threonate.
What the fuck?
Which was always the determining factor of why I never bought it. But people have wanted me to try it. People have said time and time again, the benefits are great, and eventually I tried it from Momentous. And I won't lie, I'll get into it in just a second, but I was hooked. But the price was just, can I afford it? Yes. Should I purchase it? No, that doesn't make sense. Because in order to live a fulfilling, unrivaled life, we need to make sure we have extra monetary income. And when we're making poor financial decisions, it makes it tough to do that. So a bottle of Magtine from Momentous, magnesium L-Threonate, is ridiculous. This bottle right here, I got at Costco. It was actually on sale the second time I bought it for $26, $27. First time it was $30. But instead of a month's worth of servings, this has a month and a half worth of servings. So it drops to like 66 cents per day instead of like $1.50 or some crazy amount for that same exact product from Momentous. And this is where I will always say and back up the fact that if there is any supplemental product you can get at Costco, do your research, read into the ingredients, make sure it's quality, make sure it's right. I think you should. Even if the quote-unquote potency is slightly lower, the dollar amount that you can purchase is going to be so drastically different that you're going to be able to consistently purchase that and save yourself money. Costco has a very quality and very large amount of products related to supplements. I mean, their supplement section is massive. In terms of grocery stores, it's one of the biggest. But Costco is all about quantity and price point. Those are the two things. And when it comes to supplements, I mean, the average biohacker needs an entire storage unit just to store their daily supplements. And Costco is redefining the game so that you can actually afford your regimen. But you're going to some of these name brand, highly reputable, but kind of you're paying for the label. And I just think paying for a label is not necessarily the best decision when you can be making better financial decisions so that you're improving your health, but you're also in a decent financial state. All right. That is my bicker on the pricing. Always go to Costco, see if you can get something more affordable there. And Sports Research is significantly cheaper for the same product at Costco than any other product with magnesium L-Threonate specific to Magtein. But now, the effects. I was skeptical of magnesium L-Threonate at first. I can't exactly tell you why, but maybe just because it was pushed so hard. All sorts of people, like, I think that sometimes when you see certain influencers begin to push things, you start to think maybe people are just throwing money at them. And of course, people are throwing money at them to push these things. But the benefits that are supposed to come with magnesium L-Threonate include different things than actual magnesium. Whereas regular magnesium is relatively cheap and has some muscular recovery effects, has some aid in hormonal function, it doesn't do what magnesium L-Threonate does because magnesium L-Threonate crosses the blood-brain barrier, affecting the neurological benefits of magnesium, whereas you kind of get systematic physical effects from just regular elemental magnesium. So what it does is it is supposed to help neuroplasticity, improving memory.
One dose of Adderall later, I was able to see mathematics for the first time.
Now, it's not going to be, you take it one day and then the next day you're just a absolute photogenic memory AI version of yourself that can just collect everything. Not quite like that. That'd be great, but doesn't do it. But there was, what I noticed is a little bit better of memory collection. And in a time where I was feeling significant brain fog and I needed some kind of help with that, the improvement was extremely gratifying and well worth it, in my opinion. It isn't life-changing. I wouldn't say that. I'm not going to sell you on it, as always, but I do think it was genuinely beneficial and enough of a boost to make it worth it just for that. Now, next is is supposed to improve your sleep and relaxation. And so off the first note, sleep, I definitely think it helps my sleep. Like 100%, my sleep is improved with the incorporation of magnesium L-Threonate. It's not like I feel just knocked out, but that initial falling asleep has the window of time where I'm getting to sleeping has a better wind down process of more relaxation. And when it comes time to actual have lights out, it's there. And so what magnesium L-Threonate does in the brain is actually increases your body's ability, your brain's ability to produce melatonin, which I think is wonderful because we see all these people consuming massive amounts of exogenous melatonin, which is a hormone, let's keep in mind. So that's kind of a red flag right there. I mean, if you're injecting other exogenous hormones, people immediately have a red flag and say, oh, your body's not going to be able to produce that. But for some reason with melatonin, we've just made it A-okay, all good across the board. Consume it at your free will. You can take as much as you want, and we're not going to cause any sort of alert or notice of harm. Well, all right. But magnesium L-threonate helps your body and brain to do this naturally, which I think is the way that longevity and health research in general is going, is how can we get our body through the use of whether it's pharmaceuticals or adapting our lifestyle to do things that it is supposed to do but might have kind of lacked and started to not produce. That is quite magical, and throughout this experience with using magnesium L-threonate, now on my second bottle from Sports Research, I went through the one with Momentous, now 2 with Sports Research, and working exactly the same as the other one did for way cheaper. I'm reaping the benefits. And in terms of relaxation, which is supposed to come with the sleep benefits, I'll say that, yeah, it definitely does help. It's not drastic, but something like if you've started to take ashwagandha, it seems somewhat of like a lowering cortisol effect to where it's not a Xanax, it's not doing that, but it's somewhat mellow, just you can breathe a little better, slightly more relaxed throughout your day, which is going to help hormonal production, is going to help you be able to live a less stressful life. And maybe that's just tied to the sleep quality. I don't personally know, but I'm grateful for the benefits. So overall, this product is going to go with the 7 out of 10, which is high, Let's be clear. A 10 out of 10 is just unheard of. This review process is like Dave Portnoy's pizza review for health-related supplements or products or whatever it is that I'm reviewing. You guys all know, you know the rules, but a 7 out of 10 is great. It's something that I was skeptical of. I wasn't quite sure if it really was going to help, but I am grateful for the benefits. It's something I will be sticking with as long as Costco carries it at this price point. When we start to get into other price points, I don't think I would follow through with it. Because again, this is for the people. You have to be able to afford your supplements. If you can't afford your supplements, what are you doing? You're going to go into credit card debt for your Momentous bill? Come on. I mean, that's the state where we're at. You get the full stack from Momentous, it's $350 a month for the across-the-board supplement stack. What? That's a car payment, my friend. That's a decent car. That's a nice car. That's crazy. Always check Costco. Remember, this is magnesium L-threonate, 7 out of 10. Sports Research. Do your research on your supplements. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want reviewed next. I will review it. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.